All right, here we are, day 18. Got up early, going into Boiling Springs, and today's a long, flat, hot day. So we're gonna try to grab a quick breakfast, wash my ugly face, get a little water, and then hit the trail early. Looking at maybe 23 miles today. We'll see. All right. All right. Stopped in at Boiling Springs at a restaurant called the Cafe. Wonderful. If you get a chance, Thru-Hikers, stop there and get you a little breakfast. And but while I was there, I washed my hands and I washed my face and I filled my water bottles. There's a sweet waitress, Joy, who took my water bottles back and filled them for me. I had a little egg breakfast. It was an egg on a bagel, and it was delicious. What a wonderful way to start the day. And I'm clean. Well, my face and hands are clean. One thing I've noticed is that you just get nasty when you hike. You know, you wear the same clothes for 3 or 4 days. And it's difficult, you know, because I hate smelling bad. So I get in the sleeping bag and I'm stinky, and I take a Gold Bond powder and put it on, and one of the guys I hike with, he makes fun of me. I hiked with, he's so far ahead of me now, because I carry deodorant. And he said, real hikers don't carry deodorant. But I do, and it was, it's funny. But I guess you just get used to it. But it sure was nice to get in there and wash my face and my hands, and be able to go to a restroom in a civilized way, and brush my teeth, flossed. Just a nice, pleasant way to start the day. This is a view of the trail behind me, and that's what it's going to be like for 14 or so miles today, just flat. My concern today is that it's going to be hot. Yesterday the heat affected me. I think it's because of the ice cream I ate, but we'll see how it goes. Saying all that, still love it. Like this Appalachian Trail. Let me see, I was at 242 yesterday before I started. I went 16 point something. 242, 52, 258 miles. I'll be right at 280 when I finish today, if everything works out right. Pretty soon I'll be able to say 300. My mom keeps saying, yeah, well, when you get to 1,000, tell me about it. You gotta love that. All right, talk to you later. So this is the way it's been today. You're just walking. Beautiful farms on either side. Beautiful flat ground. I like it. Stayed last night at a little shelter, a little campground right out of Boiling Springs. And it's right by a train track. So, all night long. Luckily I have my earplugs, but even that couldn't stop a freight train. I slept pretty good anyway. there were 3 guys from Georgia there, and then another guy showed up. There's another guy we think lived there permanently, but there was trash. Anyway, we got all the trash together, burned it. We did our part for Earth Day, cleaned it up, made it look better for whoever comes next. It was really pleasant sitting there last night after what turned out to be a harder day of hiking than I thought. Sitting there and waiting on trains to come by. Oh, here's another one of these little ladders. They put these. Hey guys, here you are, Kansas.
What's going on?
I was making a recording. There's Kansas again. Anyway, we got the got it cleaned up a little bit, slept good. Got off to early start this morning. I set my alarm for 5. Trying to get in some mileage before it gets too warm later. Today's supposed to be up to 80. And that's pretty much it. What a beautiful, peaceful day. I love the views. You know, I've been amazed at the diversity. Of course, I've got a lot to see. I know a lot more. But you've got mountains and you've got farms. You've got interstate. As I get to northern Pennsylvania, there's supposed to be more rocks. I love rocks. And then I go into New Jersey, which is, I think, supposed to be relatively flat. And then, though, as I go into the New England states, the White Mountains, those are supposed to be just butt kicking. And that's okay. I was in the tent last night and I pulled on my shorts, and I thought, my God, something's wrong with my shorts. They're too loose. I can tell the weight's coming down. The Appalachian Trail diet. Eat what you can, as much as you can, and lose weight. Pretty strange, but wonderful. All right. Welcome to the Appalachian Trail in the Cumberland Valley. Beautiful, beautiful farmland. All right. I made a new friend this morning. Hey, little turtle. Terrapin. Looks like he's got a bad back. Moving off the trail. Anyway, I'm faster than a turtle. I want you to know that. I met a lady the other day. Older lady, very nice, from Canada. And her trail name was Snail. I don't want to be a snail. I don't want to be a rabbit. I just want to be long distance. What's a long distance animal? Something that goes long distances. I can think of whales. Sometimes I feel like a whale. So anyway, I'm walking out here looking at all these beautiful pastures. And way off in the distance, I can see mountains. And that is where I'm headed. I'll be in those mountains today. Very cool. Right on the trail is a cemetery. I see 1809. I can't read those dates in the back. 1816. I see Chambers and Margaret. That must be a last name. Yeah. Well, I don't know, daughter of somebody. There's another Margaret right beside. 1809. What a peaceful place. Right, I just crossed over an interstate. And there's the mountains. They're getting closer. That's where I'm headed today. It's a big trucking something up here. I just looked on my map to see what that interstate was, and it was Interstate 76, the Pennsylvania Turnpike. You know, I was just thinking I'd like to come back here someday and visit this country. It's just so pretty. Perhaps on my motorcycle rather than on foot, but just gorgeous country up here. All right. All right. I'm walking up here and I can smell something. There's a farmer out spreading manure, getting his corn crop ready, it looks like. Reminded me when I was at Pickens High School, the old Pickens High School, as the teacher, band director, Mr. Lawson, across the street, or right behind the football field. He had a big old pasture, and he'd go out there and put chicken manure. And I remember we'd go out to practice after he put that up, and it made for interesting times. Still a beautiful day, warm day, drinking lots of water today. All right, another farm. Oh, those mountains are getting closer. Won't be long, I'll be walking up them. This part of the Appalachian Trail is a little different. This wooden bridge is following this river beside me. I see a bridge up ahead. This must connect and cross. It's 11 o'clock. And I've nearly hit 11 miles already. Flat land. Let's go just a little bit faster. Pretty cool. All right, I'm sitting here at the Appalachian Trail volunteer work site. I believe that's what it's called. It's right by the river. I've taken off all my old hot, stinky clothes and I've set them over there to dry. And I took my hanky and I washed myself off, and I'm gonna sit here and have me a little lunch and relax and then hit it again. All right, I just had a little lunch at the center. Very refreshing, and you could sit there and look at the Conda de Gwinnett River. Conda de Gwinnett. This trail runner lady came up beside me. I said, "How do you pronounce this?" And she rattled it off. I tried my best to make it French, Conda de Gwinnett or something, but Conda de Gwinnett. Anyway, it's a beautiful river. And here we go. It's about 4 more miles to the first shelter and 11 to the second. So 11 gives me 22 for the day. I think that's going to be my goal. I got off. I met, while I was eating lunch, my buddies that I had breakfast with this morning. They come up right as I was finishing. And we were plotting, and they told me we didn't leave the restaurant until 7:30. So I got there from 7:30 till, I guess I got there around 11. So then I did 11 miles this morning in that time. Now I know I won't be able to keep that up because I'll be hitting the mountains here shortly. And also on the ATC guide, the AWOL's guide, it says be careful, there are lots of rocks. Now I thought I've seen lots of rocks already, but I'll turn this around so the sun's better. And if they're just now going to warn me about rocks, I'm a little worried. All right, we'll see what happens. Well, I am out of the Cumberland Valley. I am starting a slow climb now. I can see the mountains right in front of me. And this has been pleasant. I'm ready to get in some shade. All right. There's something you don't see every day. There's a road up here. There's a tunnel underneath it. Oh, and it's a cool tunnel. I like it. Looks to me like someone had a bad day. And here's the view of the valley from atop this mountain that was in front of me. Sweet. All right, so I just stopped at the Darlington Shelter, which is just on the other, just past the crest of this last mountain. And I stopped there and got a lot of water, resupplied that, got a little bite to eat, rested for a few minutes. And so that put me at 11 for 15 miles already for the day. Now I'll go into this next shelter. It's another 7. Give me a nice 22. All I have to do is go downhill. Oh, I can see the mountain I got to climb on the other side. And so I'll go downhill. Looks like I go through another valley. It's not going to be like the valley I just went through. Then make one ugly climb, and then start the rocks. I'm a little worried about that. I think I mentioned earlier when the rocks I've been on I thought were pretty ugly. AWOL didn't say anything about them. Now it says be careful, there are lots of rocks. Oh my gosh. So I just talked to a couple of southbound hikers, looked like a father and a daughter, and they said it was pretty rocky. They said there was a stream down here at 3 miles, but I hope I don't need the water by then. It's been warm. Must be, feels like, man, it's about 240. Maybe it'll cool off just a little bit. All right, here we go. So I came out of the woods to this beautiful farm. So I know I've got this big climb coming up, and here's this beautiful stream, and it's been hot. It's been around 80 degrees today. So I sat here and I put my feet in the water I took off my shirt and I took out my handkerchief and I kind of washed off, cooled down. I feel like a new person. Let's go kick this hill's butt. All right. I don't think I kicked its butt, but I made it. And that mountain range over there on the top, that's where that shelter was. And now, so I went down that mountain, across this valley. Now, up this mountain. Love it. All right, this is atop that same mountain with a different view. I see a fire on a mountain over there. Hope that doesn't impact me later. There's another view over there. Let's see what that is. This is another view of the mountains. Between, on the other side of that far mountains, Cumberland Valley again. Very cool. All right. So I was wondering what they meant by rocks. So far it's not giant rocks. It's just every step they're rocks. Okay. Rocks. Gotta love them.